Hello, Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. Since we are little, we are taught how to speak, how to tell a story. But we're not taught how to listen. In my speech tonight, I'll explain what listening is. I'll go over the common mistakes people do when listening. And I'll conclude with tips on how to improve your listening skills. Now, I would like to know your opinion about this. Is listening similar to hearing, or is more complex? It's complex. That's correct. Because hearing is just the physical effort of receiving a message. When listening is the process of receiving the message, process to make a sense of it, and respond to show the speaker you understand the message. Now, the common mistakes people do when they listen, happen when we convert into selective listeners. Selective listeners are people who do not do their best at the listening skills. And let me explain you some behaviors of those people. First, they give looks of disinterest. Second, they look at other things, not the speaker. They jump and take over the conversation while the speaker was not finished. And sometimes they change the subject. If you allow me, I'd like to ask Janet here to come near the stage for an impromptu demonstration. Janet, some applause for Janet. Janet will play for just 1 minute we'll pretend she'll be my wife. You just pretend.
Okay.
Don't get excited.
Robert, darling, you know what? I really need your credit card, please. I don't need any more shoes. I really need a vacuum cleaner. Please, can I?
Wifey. What happened to you? What happened to us? Our marriage. You were not like this before. Exhibit A. What I just did. I give her the look of disinterest. I never look at her. I didn't engage her in the conversation. Second, I looked at other things than her. I was looking at my nails, my jacket. Third, she was talking about getting my credit card to get a vacuum. I jumped into the conversation, take over, and change the subject to our marriage. That was an example, a demonstration of how people don't listen. They are transforming to selective listening, and those selective listeners are hearing what they want to hear. They're not hearing what the person has to say. Thank you so much, Jenna.
I want a divorce.
That's the result of people who are not speaking, who are not listening correctly. Thank you, Jenna, again. Now, as I promised, I want to conclude my speech with priceless tips about how to improve your listening skills. I'm going to go and divide them in two categories: nonverbal and verbal tips. For the nonverbal tips, and the key element here is, even if you're not speaking, is nonverbal, you have to tune in and let yourself free. Don't think what's on your head, what's going on in your head. Connect to the speaker. First tip, steady eye contact. That sends the message your attention is for that speaker. 2, facial expressions that are sincere. If the message is upbeat, smile. If it's more serious, take a concerned look. 3rd, open body language. Avoid crossing the arms and have, face the speaker. The second category is verbal behavior tips. Now you're going to ask me, how am I going to be verbal if I'm listening? Somebody's speaking. Well, you're speaking back, you're responding back to confirm you understood the message. The first tip, door openers, which is really, yes, oh, wow. Second, echoing what the speaker is saying. It gives them the feeling you're following them. And third, probing what they're saying is clarifying to you that you're on the same page with the speaker. Now I want to leave you with this. I'll upload a complete list of priceless tips on the Toastmaster website. I want you to get the courage, go in there, download it, and use it, because listening is going to get you out of a divorce.